All right, so today I feel a lot better. Not really. I still have no appetite and I'm having sinus issues now, but I mean a lot better in a way where we're not dealing with the body aches, because I feel like that was really the limiter for yesterday's lift. Like that's really what made me just kind of like, take off all these sets and whatnot, So today we still feel like shit, but we're dealing with different symptoms. And it's just that these symptoms that we're now dealing with are not body aches. So it's gonna be a lot easier for me to feel weight. It's not gonna feel as good if I were to do it while I don't feel like shit, but it's gonna feel a lot better doing this without the body aches. So first and foremost, 3 sets of 3 with the 495 paused. Feel like crap. We forgot to chalk up, forgot to put the belt on, we forgot to take off the sweatpants so it wasn't getting snagged, and that still moved very smoothly. So, guess we're feeling a lot better than I thought we were today. Anyways, 2 more sets of that, and then already moving on to the bench. Like I said, thank God that the sickness comes during the deload week when the volume is significantly fucking less than what we would usually do. One more set. All right, we're gonna get this last set done, and then I'd like to discuss with y'all what we plan on doing for our little meet day next week. All right, so if you don't recall, we're not getting into an actual legitimate powerlifting meet. Too many complications with just finding one and not being competition season. The ones we did find, having to pay out a fuck ton out of pocket, put in perspective, paying for like a $80 private membership gym fee, having to get into a contract, because a lot of these gyms, when you pay, they pay you in a contract, paying like $100 for every lift that I would want to enter. We're not gonna be doing all that just for a simple local meet. So we decided that instead of going to a powerlifting meet, because we can't just, maxing out like we usually would, but like having some fun with it, maybe maxing out on some silly stuff, maybe just having like my own personal comp, doing an SPD, something. So that's when it hit me. I came across a video where this guy threw out a fitness challenge. It was like the 3, 4, 5 challenge, or maybe 4, 5, 6 challenge. I think it was 4, 5, 6 challenge. So a 4, like comp standard shit. Well, not completely comp standard, but like doing. So it's just, let me explain it. So 4, 5, 6, a 400-pound bench press, no ass coming off the bench. That would be competition standard, no wraps or anything. Then a 500-pound squat, high bar. So not low bar, high bar. And then a 600-pound deadlift, conventional. So I feel like that might be our little fun thing that we do. So this coming Monday, I was thinking about doing the 4, 5, 6, you know, and then literally like the day after that, you know, just starting a bench program and journey into the 500-pound bench press. So that is the plans for next week. But now we're gonna go ahead and get into the bench. Still know what's going on today, man. I'm telling you, like, I feel like I've said this before, but like, some days I come off of like 12 hours of sleep, bro. Like, productive day, you know what I mean? Fucking pre-workout, you know, and my lifts are mid. And then I come in like days like today where I'm coming off of limited sleep because it was a long ass recording session, especially like, you know, Monday nights are my recording sessions, but what made it so long is that I was sick and I was moving very slowly. So I wasn't done everything till like 4:30, you know, and then just being sick, no pre-workout because I don't want to have it fuck up my stomach even more and just throw it all up. And like, I'm having an amazing lift. Granted, it's deload weight, but still, like during the deloads, your body needs a deload. So sometimes that lighter weight will still feel heavy. None of that. This shit feels like a joke. I mean, 350, you know, it feels like a fucking joke. Like that felt fine. So it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't understand why the body sometimes does that when you're just like, maybe it's like a survival mode thing. Like, you know, starve your body for long enough and whatnot. You get a little couple minutes or an hour of like survival shit where your body's just like fucking going crazy. Maybe that's what it is. Whatever it is, man, give me all that next week when we're doing heavy weight. I'm gonna get into the back offsets. So we got one more set and then we're chilling, you know what I mean? And I would say if the weight feels this good in the middle of a deload while being sick, as long as it's not a crazy sickness and we can be recovered by next week, we should be feeling really good for our peak. I say that because it's not a legitimate peak because we're skipping like 5 weeks of the program, you know, so, but we should feel good, or no, we should be good during our peak. No, we should feel, should be a good next week. All right, last set of 6. All right, that's it. And that's it. Oh, we have tomorrow's lift. And we'll give a update of how we feel after tomorrow's lift, what we think is gonna happen. Because let me say, for the 4, 5, 6, right? I'm gonna be on my overachiever type shit. So I'm not just gonna try to hit 400 on bench. I know I can do that. I'm not gonna try to hit 500 on high bar. I'm not gonna just try to hit 600 on conventional deadlift. we're gonna try to achieve that. Bench 100%, we're gonna hit something nasty. Like, if anything, I'm gonna try to rep, you know, get a rep PR for something over 400. For high bar, 500, I don't know, but I wanna overachieve if I can, you know what I mean? And same thing with deadlift. I don't know if we could hit 600 conventionally, but I wanna at least try to overachieve, you know? So, should be some pretty exciting stuff.